And actually I've gotten Adam started to, oh my gosh. Hey everyone, and welcome to my channel. I'm Nikki, and today's video I'm sharing my Walmart grocery haul with you guys. We just picked up a bunch of things and I'm gonna be walking through every single thing that we got, sharing some meal ideas and how I incorporate these foods to stay on track with my weight loss. I'll give WeightWatchers points because that's what I track with, but then I'll also share the nutrition labels on the screen and just kind of talk through the different things that I look for when buying these products. And then at the end, I'll have all of the prices and shopping in store with me so you guys can see where I grab everything from and the prices for items. If you enjoy this video or find it helpful, please go ahead and give it a like and subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate it. I'm just gonna walk through items, starting with produce, and like I said, give some ideas for how I incorporate these things to stay on track. So first things first, I got some apples, and I got 2 bags of them because I didn't have one for dinner last night, and when that happens, I always double stock up to make sure that I don't run out because I really don't like not having them after my dinner. It's just such a routine thing that when I don't have it, it just feels weird. So anyway, I got 2 bags of Cosmic Crisp apples today. These are 0 points on WeightWatchers. They also just looked really good, so I'm excited for them. It's something that I have every day after I finish my dinner, and then sometimes I'll turn it into a dessert and make them apple nachos or dip them in like a yogurt peanut butter dip. Most of the time I just eat the apple plain and then I have normal dessert after, but I still have one every single day. We needed some bell peppers and they didn't look great today. The orange ones were good and then the green ones, so I got orange. I like to use these mostly for like veggie mixes and stuff, and honestly it's the same with the green peppers. These just have more of a specific taste that I like for certain meals. A lot of the time I like to saute these up with like onions or mushrooms and then use them on burgers or sandwiches. I've got some meatballs and I made meatball sub pizzas, so I've got some red sauce left that I could combine with like some bell pepper and onion and just make meatball subs with that. So that's probably what I'll do with these green bell peppers. I got some of these carrot chips. This is my favorite way to buy carrots now. They're just so crunchy and I feel like they have the best flavor. I know they're all carrots no matter what the shape, but I just prefer specifically these ones. They're from Bolt House and usually I just chop them up and I'll add them to stir fries or ramen, or sometimes I'll even just add them to a snack plate. I want to prep a big batch of roasted potatoes, so I just got this bag of yellow potatoes. I usually just prefer them for the texture, and I think I might just make this entire bag at once, chop it up, add some seasonings and oil, and then just roast it in the oven because I love having some prepped in the fridge that I can just heat up in the air fryer and then use as the base of like a breakfast bowl, or even just like a side with breakfast, or in breakfast burritos. It's really good. Or sometimes if I have taco meat, I'll make a taco bowl with it and just have, again, a base of potatoes. So that's my plan for this whole bag of yellow potatoes, which are 0 points on WeightWatchers. I got some bananas, which we get every time for protein shakes, bowls of cereal. Sometimes I use them mashed up in a creamy, or if I blend the creamy the next day, I'll slice up a banana and make like a banana split ice cream bowl. So we just go through bananas pretty quickly. I got some zucchini for veggie mix, and then sometimes it's just an extra vegetable I can add to pasta, or if I'm making like burgers or chicken or something and we just need a vegetable on the side, sometimes I'll just slice it into discs and roast it with a little bit of Parmesan and some seasonings, and it just makes a really quick and easy vegetable side that's 0 points on WeightWatchers. Then I got some romaine lettuce, which we use for burgers, sandwiches. If I'm making like a taco bowl, sometimes I'll just chop some up and add that in, or nachos, but we just always have romaine lettuce on hand because we use it for a bunch of different things and it usually just holds up well in the fridge. Then I did get some frozen spinach. I want to make a copycat version of one of my favorite appetizers, which is spinach squares, but I want to make more of like a breakfast version with it. So I'm going to be using this freezer chopped spinach, which is what the recipe usually calls for. It also calls for a lot of cheese and flour and egg. So I'm probably going to make that maybe in my next Sunday reset too, just as a quick option that I can eat before the gym or after the gym, turn it into like a breakfast sandwich, but kind of like an egg bake using this frozen spinach, which is 0 points. But it's also got some extra protein and fiber in it. Then really quickly, I'll just skip to the canned vegetables that are 0 points. So I got some black beans, and if they have no salt added, I'll usually try to grab that. 0 points on WeightWatchers, and I like to use them for taco or burrito bowls. Sometimes I'll make some Spanish style rice with diced tomatoes and corn and black beans, and it just really helps to bulk up a meal, adding some protein and fiber for 0 points. Then like I mentioned, mixing together the beans with corn and tomato, I really like to use Rotel, which has diced green chilies in it as well as as the tomatoes. I got mild today, which is a little bit spicier than the normal one, but it mixes really well with corn and beans to make a veggie mix that can be used for enchiladas, burritos, mixed with rice to make like a Spanish style rice. And it's just a nice thing that I needed more of in the pantry because I was all out. And then I also got corn. So I like to get frozen corn, but I also like canned corn when I make corn salsa. This is 0 points on Weight Watchers. I just strain the can out and mix it with some jalapeno, cilantro, red onion, and salt. And then it makes a copycat chipotle salsa that's one of my all-time favorites. Usually I do 2 cans of corn at once for a batch, so I got 2 today. And then I also got green beans to make one of my favorite sides, which is just green beans with mushrooms and onions, a little Parmesan cheese, some garlic, and I just cook it all together in a pan. It's one of my favorite sides to have with chicken or burgers or even pasta. Usually Adam and I are fighting over the entire batch of it. It makes a good amount and still I could just keep eating it. I could honestly just have it as a meal. I don't know why I don't do that more often. It's something that I need to just make more because I enjoy it so much. And sometimes I use fresh green beans or mushrooms, but I also like to use the French style can. Again, if I can get the no salt added, I usually just try to grab that. And then I just finished my gherkin pickles, so I got another jar of those. Marjan got me so addicted to them and I just love them, especially with snack plates and tuna. They have such good flavor combined with the tuna and is a nice little snacky option. These are 0 points on Weight Watchers and I'll just mostly use them for snack plates. Then this was a random thing that I saw that will actually go into the snack review pantry. It's just the Better Goods brand, which is Walmart's brand. It's zesty and intriguing dill pickle and tomatillo salsa. So I don't really know what will be the best use for this, but honestly I was thinking like a potato bowl that has like a chopped up burger, maybe like a mix between like a taco bowl and a burger bowl. But we're gonna have to try this in a snack review and see how it is, how strong the dill pickle flavor is, because that's interesting. So it is mild heat, it's 5 calories and 0 points on Weight Watchers. Moving on to some dairy items that I grabbed today. So I was hoping that they'd have the tub of the yogurt I've been enjoying. I swear I saw it at Walmart, but then they didn't have it today. But it's the Chobani 20 grams of protein, 0 added sugar yogurt cups. So I got vanilla today, and then Adam's actually been enjoying the cherry berry. And we first tried this when we got the big pack at Sam's Club and actually Costco. They have both of the options there. The one at Sam's Club only has these 2 flavors, and the one at Costco has the mango and the raspberry lemonade as well. But our 2 favorites are definitely the vanilla and cherry berry. I like to mix in frozen berries, and actually I've gotten Adam hooked on that as well, so he'll do the same thing. But usually I'll just microwave about a serving of frozen mixed berries or strawberries, and then I add the yogurt cup, which is 3 points on Weight Watchers, and then top it with some cereal. It's 140 calories for the container and 3 points on Weight Watchers. It's got 3 grams of fat, 9 carbs, 2 grams of fiber, 7 grams of sugar, and 20 grams of protein. And what's nice about it is that it's lactose free, so Adam enjoys that. And he used to always love yogurt, but it started upsetting his stomach, and now that he's found this one, it works well for him. I just like that this one is a little bit more on the thicker side than the kind I used to always get. I always got the Dan & Light & Fit vanilla yogurt, and that one was 2 points for the cup, and it had, I want to say, 13 grams of protein. So the extra 7 grams of protein is nice in here, and I do like the consistency. So this has become my new favorite yogurt. I also got some plain non-fat Greek yogurt, which is also Chobani. This is what I like to use for different sauces, chicken salad, tuna salad, and then of course 2-ingredient dough. I've tried so many different Greek yogurts and this one just always works the best for me. So it's 0 points on Weight Watchers. For the serving of 3/4 cup, it's got 90 calories and 16 grams of protein. And it is really easy to flavor it with different things, whether you want to make a sweet sauce and mix in some PB2 and maybe some sugar-free sweetener, or I like to make taco sauce with it, adding like the Taco Bell mild sauce in, maybe some seasonings. It's really nice to just have as an option to add some protein to meals, but also make a nice lightened up sauce. I got some ricotta cheese. I want to make some type of lasagna meal. I think I still got Hearts of Palm lasagna in there, so maybe I'll do that. Otherwise, I like to just use this to make like a red sauce mixed with the ricotta. And when I get ricotta, I always get the lighter version. So this is made with skim milk. It's 70 calories for 1/4 cup, 4 grams of fat. It's got 4 carbs, 4 grams of sugar, and 5 grams of protein in that serving. And that serving is 3 points on Weight Watchers. Usually I'll just make the whole recipe and then then divide it out to see how many points I'm actually gonna have of it. But my plan with this is definitely to use it with some type of pasta. Okay, then a couple cheese options that I needed. So I've really been enjoying string cheese for snack plates and just like a quick on-the-go snack. Sometimes paired with like a meat stick or some grapes is a really nice option when I want something quick and easy. And it's got some extra protein. So today I got the light great value string cheese. It's 2 points for a stick, 50 calories, 2.5 grams of fat, and 6 grams of protein. And this comes with 12. They did have a bigger container, but I'm the only one who really eats these, so I figured just a smaller one was good. I don't go through them too quickly, but again, it's a nice option to just have in the fridge when I want to grab a quick snack. I got some sliced cheese, so I want to make a Reuben recipe. We've got some pastrami in there and some sauerkraut, and I just needed some Swiss cheese for that. This is just the great value Swiss slices. These are 3 points per slice. Usually I like to get the Jarlsberg from Trader Joe's, but this will work just as well, and 3 points per slice isn't bad. It's 70 calories, 6 grams of fat, and 5 grams of protein in that slice, and I'll use this for that recipe, like I said, whatever I decide to do with the Reubens, and then the rest of it, it'll just work well on burgers, or sometimes I'll even rip a piece apart and mix it in my scrambled eggs in the morning. Then I also really like this Colby Jack. This is thin sliced. So per slice, it's 2 points on WeightWatchers. The serving is for 3 slices, so 6 points. Usually I just do 1 to 2 slices. What's nice about this is that it's so perfect for open face sandwiches when I want cheese on both sides, but I don't want to use 2 full slices. At least the thin slices are a little bit more of a reasonable portion, I feel like. So for 3 slices, it's 120 calories, 10 grams of fat, and 8 grams of protein. And they also had the provolone thin sliced option, but today I got the Colby Jack. And then I also got some reduced fat shredded mozzarella cheese. I use this for so many different things, but mostly for pizza bakes, sometimes for eggs. If I'm doing a pasta dish where I want some melty cheese, this works really well. I like that it melts nicely for a reduced fat option. It's 3 points for the serving of a 1/4 cup, 70 calories, 4 grams of fat, 3 carbs, and 8 grams of protein. And like I said, I just use it for anything, even like tacos or enchilada bakes. I feel like mozzarella cheese goes well with so many different things. So every time I go to the store, I end up getting the mozzarella and then maybe some other types, but no matter what, I end up getting some type of mozzarella. Then moving on to the proteins that I grabbed today. So I got 2 pounds of lean ground chicken. I will either do taco meat or chicken burgers or chicken meatballs with these, although I do still have some turkey meatballs, so I probably won't do that. But this is 0 points on WeightWatchers. It's 92% lean, and for the serving of 4 ounces, it's 160 calories, 9 grams of fat, and 22 grams of protein. And I get questions about if I eat beef or if I just eat like poultry like turkey and chicken. I do get beef from time to time, but usually I just prefer the chicken and the turkey. I feel like it just makes me feel better overall, and honestly I prefer the taste of it a lot of the time. It's something I incorporate. I wasn't really feeling ground beef today, so I didn't grab any, but usually I'll do like the 92% lean option if they have it, or 90, whatever they have as a good option that I can get, usually 2 to 3 pounds, so I can turn it into taco meat. But the last time I made taco meat, it was using beef, so I just wanted to switch it up. So anyway, I got the chicken this time. It's lean and 0 points. Then I did also get some chicken breast, which is kind of leaking, so I just put it in a bag. But this is 0 points on WeightWatchers, and I'm going to go ahead and put it in a marinade in the fridge overnight, and then I just cook it up on my griddle, and hopefully my grill soon. I'm gonna be getting a flat top, so I'm really excited to start cooking with that, and that'll be nice to be able to make chicken on it. But for now, I've just been using my griddle or a pan inside. And actually, I'll just quickly skip to the 2 marinades that I got for it. So this is garlic parmesan, and technically these are like the wing seasoning mixes, but I still just mix them with water and a little bit of oil and put them in a bag with the chicken in the fridge overnight, and they work really well. Garlic parmesan, and then I also got lemon and pepper. So these are really flavorful. We've already had them before and really enjoy them, and I definitely do notice a difference leaving them overnight that way. That's my plan for the chicken. I think I got like almost 5 pounds there, and then once it's prepped, I can use it for bowls and wraps and pasta and sandwiches and just anything throughout the week. It is so convenient to have it cooked and ready, and if we don't use it in time, it does freeze really well. I got some center cut bacon. It's 2 points for 2 slices on WeightWatchers, 60 calories, 4.5 grams of fat, and 5 grams of protein. I'll just make this whole thing at once and then have it ready in the fridge for breakfast or sandwiches or burgers. Sometimes I even use it for pasta or bowls. And a lot of the time I'll just do 1 slice. Sometimes I'll do 2 for 2 points, but usually 1 will just add the perfect amount of bacon flavor that I want while still keeping the portion size under control. This is center cut bacon, and I used to always get turkey bacon because I thought it was lower point. It's actually the same amount of points, and I prefer the flavor and everything of this, so I just always end up getting this now. I got some eggs, which I just use for breakfast scrambles. Like I mentioned, making some roasted potatoes. I like to scramble some eggs up with the potatoes or on top of the potatoes and make a really filling breakfast. These are 0 points on WeightWatchers. I'll usually have 3 at a time. It really helps me to make nice and filling, high protein breakfasts to start the day. I've also been hard boiling them more often to use for my snack plates, and then just for different meals. I like them in salads, or even just whipping up a quick batch of egg salad to snack on is always a nice option. And then I did get some pulled rotisserie seasoned chicken. They have 2 options. This was the traditional. I think the other one's just like seasoned, it says, but this one has a little bit of a stronger flavor to it. I really don't have to add much to it when I use it for chicken salad. I'll just chop up some pepper and onion, add some Greek yogurt and maybe light mayo, and then mix it all together, and it makes a really quick and easy, super flavorful chicken salad. Adam loves it, and it's so convenient for him to take to work. I just tracked this as 0 points on WeightWatchers. It's 100 calories, 2.5 grams of fat, 1 carb, and 18 grams of protein in a 3-ounce serving, and this has about 5 servings. Okay, really quickly moving on to these few freezer items that I got. So we've never tried these before, but they caught my eye, and we're always looking for little appetizers that we can have, whether it's with a meal if I make like fried rice and chicken, or it's one of our appetizer nights where we choose like 2 to 3 appetizers to cook at once, and then it's just like a snacky thing that helps satisfy those cravings that we used to have when we would buy like a bunch of freezer foods, or even just like go out to eat and get a bunch of appetizers. So having good options that help us stay on track but still taste really good does help a lot. These are chicken mini egg rolls. It says now with crispier wrappers, so I'm excited because I like when they get nice and crispy like this. They do include a sweet and sour sauce, and it says air fryer ready, which is even nicer because that's usually how we like to make a lot of the appetizers. For the serving of 3 rolls, it is 140 calories, 3 grams of fat, 22 carbs, 1 gram of fiber, 8 grams of sugar, and 6 grams of protein. And that does include the sauce. It scans as 3 points, but I don't know if the nutrition was actually accurate. I was gonna double check that. It says that's for 2 egg rolls, so let me quickly scan this to see. Okay, so scanning the actual nutrition, it comes up as 5 points for 3 egg rolls. So they come out to 1 to 2 points a piece, but that's usually what we aim for when it comes to our appetizer nights, and I'm excited to try these out. Then this was a new item that actually we might use for a snack review. We really like trying the different Bird's Eye products. We found a few that we really enjoy. This is a new protein veggie pasta. It's rotini Alfredo, pasta made from lentils and zucchini. So for the entire bag, it's 10 points on WeightWatchers. And so what we would do is just split it and have a 5-point serving each. Feels like there's a decent amount in there. But for that serving of the whole bag, it's 370 calories, 10 grams of fat, 50 carbs, 4 grams of fiber, 3 grams of sugar, and 20 grams of protein. So I'm excited to see how this is. It would be easy to add some veggie mix and maybe some cooked up chicken if I have that ready, or like turkey meatballs or chicken meatballs or burger or something. I'm always trying to just combine quick and easy things that I've already got prepped, and this could be a good base for a meal. And then I already know we love these. So these are the Bird's Eye crispy green beans. Another option that we like to use for our appetizer nights. They're so nice to just snack on. For the serving of about 3 ounces or 24 pieces, it's 4 points on WeightWatchers. So really not bad for the serving. It's 210 calories, 11 grams of fat, 23 carbs, 4 grams of fiber, 1 gram of sugar, and 3 grams of protein. Usually I'll have some like Bolt House ranch with it, or I'll make a Greek yogurt dipping sauce. And this is just something I really enjoy that I always forget about in the freezer section. So I was happy to grab a bag today. Okay, some pantry items. So first up, we needed some La Banderita low carb tortillas. These are 1 point for 1 tortilla, 60 calories, 1.5 grams of fat. They've got 13 carbs, 12 grams of fiber, and 4 grams of protein in that serving. And I love using these for breakfast burritos or lunch wraps, whether they're with hummus and chicken, or if I make like a taco bake or enchilada type bake where I put some like bean corn mix in there with chicken or ground taco meat, and then wrap it up, add some sauce, and top it with cheese, and then I just bake them in the oven. That's one of our all-time favorite meals to have, and it's so easy to throw together, but so satisfying. So we always have these on hand. It really helps me to hit my fiber goals when I have them, and usually I'll do 2 at a time for 2 points. Then I got these flax, oat, bran, and whole wheat flatbreads. They are the brand Joseph's. And for the entire flatbread, it's 2 points on WeightWatchers. The serving is for half of it for 1 point. It's 60 calories, 1.5 grams of fat, 8 carbs, 2 grams of fiber, and 6 grams of protein. And sometimes I will lay them out and make like a whole flatbread pizza out of them. A lot of the time when I end up eating them, I fold them like this though. So even if I make like a giant barbecue chicken pizza or something, it's just easier to end up folding it up. But sometimes I'll make a pizza too, and it's just really nice because they're a good size. They get nice and crispy in the oven or the air fryer, and it's just a nice low point option I like to incorporate every now and then. I feel like I haven't had these in a while, so this will be really nice for quick breakfasts and lunches. Okay, I keep trying to get the correct ranch dip mix, and I keep grabbing the spicy ranch and meaning to grab the Fiesta ranch. So this is one of my all-time favorites I used to get all the time. It works really well just mixed with Greek yogurt to make like a dressing or a dip. So that's what I'm gonna use this for, I think. I just haven't had it in a long time and know that I really like it. And I kept getting the spicy ranch thinking it was gonna be this flavor. So I'm excited to have this one again. I also needed a couple random things like some olive oil spray. So I just like to get the Great Value brand. I use this whenever I make anything roasted in the oven on like potatoes or veggies, or if I'm cooking on the stove, this is the spray I like to use. And then this toasted sesame oil I'm pretty much out of, and it is one of my favorite ingredients to use. I really make sure to just use the portion when I'm cooking with it, but it adds such good flavor to fried rice and sesame noodles or different types of chicken that I make with those types of meals. It's just such a good ingredient to have on hand. So this is toasted sesame oil. I usually just do like a teaspoon for 2 points. I think the tablespoon serving is 4 points. But again, it's one of those things where I just enter it into the recipe and track it that way. Okay, I've still got some popcorn seeds back there, but I wanted to fill that thing up all the way. So we've been eating a lot of air pop popcorn lately, especially because it's 0 points on WeightWatchers. It's a nice option for a salty snack, and I just like to get this Great Value bag like this. So I'll just add that to my container back there, and then that's something that we prep pretty much every single week. It's just nice to have in a bowl ready to make snack mixes with. I also always forget to grab these at Walmart. They're one of my favorite options when I make any type of like ramen soup or noodles like that. So these are Thai Kitchen brown rice noodles. It comes with 4 packs in there, and each pack is 6 points on WeightWatchers. The pack's 200 calories, 1 gram of fat, 45 carbs, 1 gram of fiber, and 4 grams of protein. And usually I can just pop it right into the broth that's boiling for my soup, and it cooks in a couple minutes, and then it's a nice portion of really good noodles that I like. Most of the time I use this for soup, like I said. Sometimes I'll cook it with some like veggies and a protein, but usually the Thai wheat noodles from Trader Joe's are my favorite, although these are a really good second option. Last time I did a pancake bake for my Sunday reset, I used the Kodiak chocolate chip mix, and we really have been enjoying it. So I got another box of this today. When I made it, I got 24 servings of the bake, and each little square came out to 2 points, and it was like the perfect size. Especially before the gym, I've just been having one that I just pop in the microwave or the air fryer to heat it up, and then it's a quick snack that I can have. It's got a little protein in it, and this is just a new option that we hadn't tried before. The cinnamon oat is still my all-time favorite for the different flavors they have. I was looking at the blueberry one today, but I decided to just do the chocolate chip again because I knew we've really been enjoying it. For the serving, which makes about 3 pancakes, so if you use it as the actual pancake mix, it's 180 calories, 3 grams of fat, 28 carbs, 3 grams of fiber, 9 grams of sugar, and 13 grams of protein. Okay, some drinks. So I have a new favorite cold brew. It's not my fault though, because they keep switching out the flavors that they offer. The s'mores was my favorite for a long time, and I haven't been able to find it. Now they've got the new butter pecan from Dunkin', and it is really good. So at least the new flavors they keep releasing have been really good. But I just mixed this with my Quest salted caramel protein shake, and it is such a good flavor. It's definitely on the sweet side, but I really enjoy that, and it helps me in the morning to get my caffeine and some extra protein in. It's 15 calories for a 6-ounce serving and 3 carbs. Usually I use 4 to 6 ounces in my protein coffee depending on the day, but I just pour that in with the Quest salted caramel for 3 points and then some ice. Okay, then I keep mentioning these caffeine packets. So this is the Great Value brand, and every time I mention them, someone tells me another flavor that they have that's good. I didn't realize how many flavors they had for the energy options. I already know that we've been enjoying the pomegranate lemonade. Again, another thing that now I've got Adam hooked on these. He likes to have them before the gym as well. And it's nice because it gets me to drink more water. I have been putting them in a blender bottle because I used to just use less water, but I found that these were a little sweet that way. So it's getting me to just sip on it a little bit longer and drink more water throughout the beginning of my workout. But anyway, these are sugar-free. They've got 120 milligrams of caffeine in them. And the flavors I got today, we really like this pomegranate lemonade. And then I got 3 new flavors we haven't tried. So we've got wild strawberry, acai blueberry, and then watermelon limeade. And all of these have the caffeine in them. They're the energy option. I'll have to try these out and let you guys know what I think, but it's nice as a 0-point caffeine option in the morning. Okay, they always have the end caps with some different clearance items, and we check it out every time just to see if there's anything we like. We tried these in a snack review and really enjoyed them, but they were pretty pricey for what they were. They're usually $7 for the box, which has 5 packs in it, but they were on sale for 3 today, so we decided to grab them. I'm pretty sure that we tried the mango flavor when we got them, but I just know that we liked the texture and it was a nice, unique, fruity snack. They're only 1 point for the packet, 35 calories, 8 carbs, 2 grams of fiber, 5 grams of sugar with no added sugar. It's just dried banana, dried mango puree, dried apple, and dried mango. And then agave fiber. So we really liked these and just got them because they were on clearance today. Then another thing that was on that same end cap, I love Nani's Bakery Biscotti. I don't think I've tried this one before, but it's only 4 points for one of them. 90 calories, 3.5 grams of fat, 14 carbs, 1 gram of fiber, 8 grams of sugar, and 2 grams of protein. These weren't on sale by that much. They were $2.80 and usually $3.77, but I just grabbed these because it's a nice sweet option to have. Sometimes at night after I finish my apple, I want something with chocolate or just something like these. Even more so my favorite, which I also got today, these are the Nani's Salted Caramel. These weren't on sale today. This is a 12 count box and they are 6 points for the stick on WeightWatchers because these have a little bit more sugar. They're 90 calories, 3.5 grams of fat, 17 carbs, 11 grams of sugar, and 2 grams of protein. And seriously, one of my favorite indulgent treats. They have such good saltiness and then these little caramel chunks that are just my favorite. I don't have them every day. I actually haven't had them in a while, so I'm excited to have these again. I just need to keep them out of sight and out of mind and just have them every once in a while as a sweet option. Especially now that I don't have extra weeklies being in all-in mode, I've been more careful about extra snacks, but it's still not something I've completely cut out because it really does help me to stay on track by satisfying those cravings. Okay, this was something new that also might be for a snack review because we tried the barbecue protein option and then a lot of people told me the chocolate caramel's good. So these are Quaker Rice Crisps and they're higher in protein. For about 16 crisps, it is 130 calories. It's 4 points on WeightWatchers, 4.5 grams of fat, 16 carbs, 2 grams of sugar, and 6 grams of protein. And like I said, they're chocolate caramel, they're gluten-free, and it says popped rice and pea protein snack. So I'm curious to see how these are and if they have good flavor to them, but like I said, I had some people recommend them, so I think we'll save them for a snack review. And then speaking of snack reviews, I tried this in one of our recent snack reviews, and oh my gosh, I love them. I don't even think I liked them as much during the snack review as I have just enjoyed eating them throughout the week and having them as a sweet option. Honestly, I only grab a few at a time and it really just satisfies my sweet tooth, but these are the Lemon Cake Drizzlicious Bites. For the serving of about 28 pieces, it's 6 points on WeightWatchers, 120 calories, 4 grams of fat, 21 carbs, 7 grams of sugar, and 1 gram of protein. And they're just made with chia, quinoa, and flax. They've got such a good drizzle on them and a perfect lemon flavor. And they've just been a nice sweet thing that I've been enjoying that we recently found from a snack review. Adam liked the chocolate strawberry ones better, but I liked the lemon ones, and they had those again today, so I had to pick up a bag. But that wraps up everything that I got today from my Walmart haul. Definitely needed to stock up on a lot of produce and proteins and all the normal things, but then it's always nice to have the other stuff in between that makes things taste better and helps me to stay on track and just makes this journey sustainable in the long run. I really like to keep my meals quick and easy and just really simple, but also tasting good and filling portions. And this is how I do it. I share a lot of the recipes on my channel as well. I'll link some in the description of this video if you guys are interested, but I appreciate you watching. I hope you found this helpful. If you did, please go ahead and give it a like and subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate it. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.